Inevitably, it happens. Somebody says something or does something that just, you want to react. You feel it inside. And it's how you react in those situations that makes a difference in the type of life you live. In this video, I'm going to go through how to handle those types of situations. So stay tuned for that. Hi there, I'm John Arnott, and I'm in an amazing location. I'm in Colorado Springs, and I'm at the end of a relaxing week that I've just had. And I've had some great opportunities to think about and consider how I live my life. You ever have that situation where somebody sends you an email, makes a comment, maybe somebody that you know or somebody maybe that you don't really know does something that really gets on your nerves? How do you react in those situations? Do you say something to them? Do you get upset? Do you let it well up inside? That takes away from your energy, and more importantly, what that does, it affects you physically. It makes a big difference in how you feel. What I do when I'm put in that situation, say somebody makes a political comment that I don't agree with, or somebody almost seems like they're purposely trying to annoy me. What I do is I take a moment and imagine I am looking at myself. Imagine I'm looking at myself here and asking myself, how are you going to react in this situation? And that's when sometimes I take a deep breath, sometimes I don't. But in every case, I ask myself, is this really even that important? How important is this? And I acknowledge that in most cases, it's really not very important. When I stop putting importance on something that is going to gnaw at me inside, when I stop giving attention to that item, I feel so much better. Now here's a great story. This is the second time I've tried to make this video. The first time I went on a hike, I found the perfect place. In the distance, there were the mountains. They were beautiful. I had just the right lighting. Everything was set up. And then I went to connect the microphone, and I forgot to bring new batteries. How did I react in that situation? Did I get all frustrated? No. Was I disappointed? Yes, I was disappointed I could not do the video at that time. But I wasn't frustrated. I looked at myself and said, okay, maybe I'll have an opportunity to do a better one in a different location tomorrow. And that's exactly what I did. When you're put in the situation where you are about to react, take a moment, look at yourself, and ask yourself, is this really that important? Forget about it and move on. I've talked about meditation in other videos, but there are two things I've really learned from meditation that help me during the day. It helps me from the distractions. Peggy Gaines, a meditation consultant out of Florida, talks about two things during meditation. One, when you're meditating and something is really starting to bother you or take your mind away and you start worrying or being concerned about it, she says, put it in the worry box. It'll be there for you later. And what I do is I visualize a box, and that item that's really bothering me or I'm really concerned about, I visualize it going in the box and closing up. I put things in the worry box when I can't deal with them at this time. The second thing she talks about is handling distractions. During meditation, it happens all the time. But during the day, you get distractions all the time as well. If something is distracting you or taking you away from your concentration or focus, imagine it going by like a cloud. The way I picture it is I picture that distraction going by as a cloud and poof, like a puff of smoke disappearing. Putting worries in the worry box or distractions poofing away like a cloud, they're great ways to keep your focus during the day. The second thing I want to mention today is about taking time for yourself. Now, I know some of you, this is very difficult. You have families or children that depend on you, and you can't really easily get away. And in those situations, I understand. But you have to find some time for yourself. For me, that's just waking up before everybody else. We're on a vacation right now. I got up an hour before everybody, got ready, went on a hike, and now I'm talking to you here. When can you get away? Do you have a family trip scheduled? If you have a spouse, could that spouse work with you and take care of your children while you take a little time yourself? Are you single? Do you have the opportunity to go take a trip on your own or have a day by yourself before you meet some other people? Married couples, the same thing. Find a way to have some moments to yourself for introspection. What'll happen is that will give you this energy and give you more control over your emotions, so that when you are put in the situation where somebody says something or does something that causes you to react, you have the inner strength to fall back on, to look at yourself and say, you know what? This is just not that important. I hope this was helpful. I know this is a different kind of video, but I'm in a situation right now where I'm feeling relaxed. I've had some time to myself, and I've been able to look at myself and how I react to things. Take a moment. If you like this, click a like. If you have a different way of handling these types of situations, please put that in the comments. And if you know what castle that is in the distance and you can identify that, put that in the comments too. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.